Georgia nursing student Laken Riley was laid to rest in Georgia yesterday after allegedly being killed by a Venezuelan illegal immigrant. Donald Trump railing on the situation from the border this week.
I spoke to her parents yesterday. They're incredible people. They're devastated beyond belief. The monster that charging the death is an illegal alien migrant who was led into our country and released into our communities by crooked Joe Biden. He's crooked.
Here to react is lawyer and former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins. Thanks for being with us, Doug. So, you know, I know that you're from Georgia. You represented Georgia, and I believe you've had the opportunity to talk with the family of Laken Riley. Can you just tell us, like, what is the sentiment there in Georgia and with the family?
Well, the family, I'm sure, as Deb said, I have not had a chance to talk to them. I've represented this area, but I know a lot of folks in Athens. I mean, I represented part of that area while I was in Congress. It is just a devastating effect. I mean, I had two boys who went to the University of Georgia, and it's every parent's sort of nightmare to wake up and get a call like that, and that your child has been taken from you. Especially in a sense like this, where this should never have happened to start with. This gentleman was, here illegally to start with. He had been involved with the criminal justice system in New York and in Athens, along with his brother. This should have just never happened, and it just is now put a real face, especially for a lot of people in Georgia and across the country, on the real just devastating effects of the immigration open border. And
you point out his criminal history. At some point, we're also going to hopefully find out more about his criminal history in Venezuela. You know, President Trump has pointed out in the past that the type of people making their way to America aren't necessarily the same type of people that we characterize as just seeking a better life and economic prosperity. There's at least correlation. The crime rate, the violent crime rate in Venezuela has gone down over the last several years, while we're seeing crime like this take place in Georgia.
Well, I mean, if all these students and all these liberals who want to say how great, socialism, communism is, just look at Venezuela. This was a country just, little less than 30 years ago that was one of the bright rising economic stars in this hemisphere, and now is just total devastation in their country. And now you've got people coming across. Here's the big difference, and from my time in, as Judiciary Committee ranking member when we did immigration, we watched this, is the last 3 years with Joe Biden, he just opened it up completely. So the cartel don't even have to worry about getting people over. They just get them to the river, so to speak, and they just send them across. They're going through parole. They're going, like this gentleman did, through the main entryways. This is a different group of people. This is not necessarily, as you said, those coming looking for jobs. You can see what's happening in New York and Chicago, right, and other places, that they're forming gangs. We're seeing gang members. We're seeing the moped bandits up in New York. When I was up there last week, I never thought I'd hear that kind of a term. This is the problem we're seeing with those coming across, a lot of those who are coming across now.
I want to pick up on another story in the state of Georgia. Final arguments were yesterday in the Fani Willis hearing when it comes to the cases against Donald Trump. Judge Scott McAfee I don't think, and I've watched a fair amount of these hearings, he hasn't really tipped his hand. He said he's going to need a couple of weeks to make a decision here. It could be remove Willis, it could be remove Wade and Willis, it could be remove the entire district attorney's office. Do you think he's showed any inclination of which way this may go in Georgia?
I think he showed that he's very frustrated with his proceedings. I think that if you go back to when he began the process, he didn't have to have this hearings to start with. He could have ruled from the bench on these motions. Instead, he chose to have a hearing. And I think there's probably some understanding that maybe this would just all resolve itself, and it got worse. And if you listen to the final arguments yesterday, he was questioning the DA's office, who was presenting their case, about, the appearance of impropriety and the actual impropriety. And it was just really interesting to see. But when you get into the arguments yesterday, I think he's looking at this saying, I've got a real problem here, because no matter what we go forward here, the world believes that this is a corrupt situation in which there's not going to be something that gets settled. So it's going to be interesting to see how he rules. But, I mean, Fani Willis really tipped her hand on this whole situation when she intervened in Nathan Wade's divorce case to seal it so nobody would talk about it. That's when you talk about personal interest in a case, that's the real interest right there.
And I believe he filed for divorce the day after he was hired as special prosecutor against Donald Trump. Yeah. All right. Thanks for being with us. It's great to see you again.
It's always good to see you. Take care.
Doug Collins.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.